Hello, fellow traders everywhere. Adam Hewison here, co-founder of MarketClub and president of the INO company, with our video update for Friday, the 12th of April. Well, gold and oil prices swoon and Cyprus once again shakes the European market. So let's start off with gold. We're going to go right to our portfolio. You can see it here on the top spot. I'll close this up a little bit. And gold took a whack today, down 3.52%, one of the biggest moves we've seen in gold in some time. But look, our trade triangles have all been negative on this market. So let's just click the button. You can see the move down here, way from the 1560 down below. We actually traded down to 1497 was the low, just below the 1500. This is not a good sign, and it once again underscores just how fragile this gold market is and how it's disappointed so many people. Just remember, back in October, we were almost at $1,800 an ounce, and here we are $500, $1,500 an ounce. A big change for gold, and it's happened very quickly. So all of our trade triangles are negative. You can see the first one came in at 1672. That's $170 ago. And the last one was 1653 on the weekly and 1554 on the daily. So we've got some nice profits on our short positions. We've been warning about trying to pick a bottom, trying to catch a falling knife, so to speak, and it's proven to be true. So let's just scope this out just a little bit further just to see where this market has been. It looks like you have to go all the way back here. Let's just see what we came up with a low there. It's very hard to tell, but it looks, 1532. This is a new low. This is going all the way back to June of 2011. So it's a big move. Is the market going to turn around from here? Your guess is as good as mine, but the reality is the market is oversold. We are definitely negative for the week in a big way. And you can see we are at levels the market has found some support at before, but as I say, there's no reason to jump in front of this at the moment. It looks as though the trend continues. We've got nice profits. You should be short this market or out of this market right now. So let's go to our next market. Next market's crude oil. Crude oil also took a swoon today. And let's just do a 3-month chart. It's a weekly chart. And you can see it closing down here, 91.29. We're looking at the June contract right now. And 91.53. This will be a new low close for this. This is not looking good. We've got a minus 70, which means it's a trading range. Our intermediate term trend went negative today at 92.15, and obviously the daily was much higher. But nonetheless, the market is not looking good. And if you scope this out even further, you can see where we are in this. So support definitely comes in around the 88 level in the bottom of the Donchian trade channel, and also possibly at 90 here on the weekly on the June contract. But nonetheless, the market is very fragile. A lot of liquidation in commodities today, particularly in the gold market, as I mentioned earlier. So let's move on to the Dow, which is the stellar, looking really good. That's up today. It'd be a new high close in the Dow for the move. And if we get, let's just put some history in here. You can see the market's really acting very well. We've been long this market from 13,661. It's 1,200 points ago, 1,200 points ago. So it's looking very good. Our last signal was right here at 1458. Again, almost 800 points profit in that. So there's no reason to stand in front of this bus as long as the Fed is in the driving seat. But it can change, and we will tell you when it does change. S&P, pretty much the same story. These are all weekly charts. Remember, the market's closing up almost 2% for the week, which is not a bad week. I think you'll agree. And it's certainly up for the year. And moving along to our next market, the Nasdaq. Excuse me. Not such a strong market there, but it's certainly closing up 2.5% for the week, which is not chopped liver. But again, you've got these little parabolic levels here, and they are coming in this week or next week around the 3,200 level. So, they're going to come in at 31.68. So let's watch that next week. But right now, the market seems to be doing very well. It's still in a uptrend. So looking at the euro, which has enjoyed some real success against the dollar here the last few days, we've traded up as high this week at 131.31. It's up 1.3% for the week, which is a big move in currencies, and it's still oversold. So this market The intermediate and the short term are up, so you should either be on the sidelines, or if you're an intermediate term trader, you should be long this market right now, using a weekly, daily strategy, which we use a lot. And if you look at the Japanese yen, US dollar, Japanese yen, which is what we've said we liked, this has really worked out well for us. We're up to new highs here, and we are very close to the 100 yen level. We still think we're going to go over that level. We still think the yen's going to be under pressure in the coming weeks. One market we look at is the dollar index. This is a very important index to us. If we see a market close under 82, we're 82.26 right now. We talked about this yesterday. A little bit concerning here, because the reason I say that is because we've got a little bit of a divergence here. Made new highs, and we didn't do it. We did not do that in the momentum. So a little bit of a concern here, but certainly we're looking at this level right here at 82. Below 82, this market's going to have serious problems. So let's see how that plays out. But generally speaking, the longer term trend is still positive, but your intermediate and short term trends are negative. So let me just clear the screen and go to our next market. And this is one we haven't talked about before. It's ICAHN Enterprises. This is Carl ICAHN, who is always in the news. He's a activist investor. They used to call them green mailers, but now it's called activism. And you can see that this has really done pretty well for us in terms of the monthly kicked in at 44.46. You could ignore this one here, but even though that worked out well at 51, and you would have gotten out at 60. So nice trade there. We had a signal this past week at 60.44, indicating that the market's going higher. Our Carl ICAHN Enterprises are going higher. So you may want to take a look at that. We're up about 10% on that trade already. And we see this market going up to test the 80 level. He's got some big holdings in Netflix and a number of other companies he is involved in, which I think are very, very interesting. But interesting week this week, a very positive week for the stock market. Let's see what next week brings. I'm Adam Hewison for Market Club. Thanks for stopping by. I'll be back on Monday, and have a great weekend.